Hey, what's up, guys? So me and DP are live here for Chopper History, brought to you by Law Tigers, and we are out in Three Rivers, Massachusetts, at one of our favorite American factories. That's right, an American factory that still exists today, Mustang Seats. So we are going to get a private tour of the factory that we are bringing to you guys. So we wanted to share this with you. Sorry that it isn't exactly live. We're here this morning, but a little before noon. So we are pre-recording this, but please comment, like, share, all of that for us so that we can keep bringing you guys these videos and Chopper history. So I'm going to flip the camera and whoops, sorry guys. Flip the camera so that we can get to this tour. Okay, so we have Melissa from Mustang who is going to give us a tour, and DP and these guys from Mustang. So let's get to it.
All right, so let's start with a walk down the warehouse lane. So as you can see, production is keeping busy for busy season, making all these seats so people have what they want.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of seats out here.
Yes, it's much better to see this than previous after post-COVID. Everything's shelves were bare, but now we're looking really strong.
How many different style seats do you have? Is that a loaded question?
It's definitely a loaded question. So obviously our vast product will be with the FLs, and Harley. And then we also do metric.
Okay.
We have over 2,100 SKUs.
Wow.
But you're going into different colors, passenger,
right,
driver, things like that. So it seems a lot scarier than it is. But we definitely have a very big product line.
So is Harley's the main, your number one seller,
Absolutely,
your number one market?
Yeah, and 08 and up baggers are obviously our top sellers.
Yeah,
sure.
Which the Perowitz seat I hope is right up there in the top seats.
76981.
That's good. That's good that you have that memorized. Must be a popular sell.
All right, so we're going to start here where it all begins in product development, where we keep our finest gems hidden back here. We're going to stop and see Dan, see what kind of trouble he's up to today. Backpack. I got all your friends, Dan. Oh boy, he says.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan. How we doing? Nope, not yet.
It's actually not that bad in here. I was thinking it's gonna be a lot. Yeah. That's why you work early.
We're gonna give you your own office now, huh?
I know. Look at this cubicle.
You're moving up.
He just wants a door so he can do people. So we're doing a tour. Jody is recording, so just so you know what. You're gonna get your 5 minutes of fame here, Dan. So if you want to just give a little insight onto day in the life and design and what you're doing, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of a mess right now, but this is like this is a big move in pan for our FLs, our Harley FLs. So we make a ton of these pans. So making them in glass, it's quite a process. It's time consuming. So when we get enough movers, I'm going to convert this to steel. So that's what I'm working on right now. So this is our master mold for that. So this fits our Road Kings, Electric Glides, 08 and up. So I'm going to convert this into steel, and we'll make a steel die, so we can press it in the mold shop. So we just did that. We went through our soft tail line, so I made a new die for that. Some of these dies in house are like 30 years old.
Wow, and they still apply to motorcycles now?
Yeah, so they're still relevant. It's just they get beat over 30 years. Going to last
Yeah.
Now, are you going to stamp these in-house?
Yeah, so that's the plan.
Wow.
So we'll make this one. This one's kind of a tough one because it's got such a deep draw to it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna modify it a little bit, but I just 3D scanned it, and then I'm getting in the computer and then send it out. We got a local supplier. We work with an Avalon.
Yeah.
And go CNC for it. So
Cool.
that's kind of the main thing. That'll help boost production too, because pressing the steel can is a lot. Obviously, steel is better.
Yeah.
And it's easier to work with, but you lose a lot of VOCs from glass and everything else. So if we can do that, we're going through the list of.
Yeah, I imagine if you can get rid of a lot of the fiberglass stuff,
Yeah.
make life a lot easier.
Oh God, yeah. So you figure we're gonna laser cut out a blank.
Yeah.
And then he presses it.
Right.
All the holes are drilled. You're taking steps away. Like
Right.
In glass, they gotta
Yeah.
roll it, trim them, grind them, drill
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So there's a whole process in the same time.
Sure.
Which will definitely help out. So that's kind of my main focus right now.
Yeah. This is a soft TLC.
Yeah, so that's a soft tail right there. So that's a
Nice.
new guide for us. So I had to compare it to the old one.
What's this, like 16 gauge, something like that?
Yeah, 16 gauge steel.
Yeah.
So it's 16 gauge, and had to work it a little bit. When you get a new die, your shape changes.
It's got so many shapes. It's very rigid.
Yeah, that thing's solid.
Yeah, it's not moving.
So that's a good deal. Anything else?
How about new stuff? What do you got that's new?
So right now, we got some square back stuff. We did a lot of square back.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, I don't know.
Take a look.
It's all right. Yeah?
Just top secret.
I don't know.
Are we getting in on top secret stuff?
So I got a pile over here, but we did a square back shape.
It's about time.
I know.
Seriously. Yeah, it's about time.
We got soft tails.
Yeah.
This is the soft tails. We got Dinah. Fix it up.
Oh yeah.
So,
I might
so we
need
got
that for one of my new bikes.
Yeah, and the Sportster over there.
And the 97 to 07 FL as well.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's this one right here. That's the 97 one.
Yep.
Yep. So we got a decent selection. I mean, I could see a new Carowitz pattern.
Yeah.
On a square back. Would be
Yes,
nice
we
new-
need the square back. We were just talking about this. Yeah.
And these were only.
That we were going to talk about today
Yeah, literally.
was more support on an FLC.
Yeah, so we just released these in the first rally we brought them to was a Americade.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, people are nuts for them. Absolutely love them. Love them. Just, it's got that fresh look, you know, and that square, everybody loves that square back. You get the, you get the back support you want without having to go that driver back. Some people won't admit they need a driver backrest yet. So
Nobody wants to.
It's great.
Nobody wants to admit it.
Exactly. It's great that they can have, the look that they want while also having the comfort that, they look for from Mustang.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been the hot ticket. Talk to Scotty. Was keeping, I think we should be involved in can't leave Scotty.
Yeah.
What are you up to? So this, if you want to let them know what what keeps you busy back here, we'll go to besides,
You lost it.
Yeah.
and making beautiful babies, because he's having another baby, so. But you do more than that.
Yeah. So I just did a spec sheet for the store. Get the guys in the batteries. Get some other stuff.
Make sure that when it does go into production, that the builders and inspectors have the tools they need in order to, keep the quality where it needs to be, right?
Okay.
Without those spec sheets, they're not going to have that. So he's downplaying his role, but it's very important
So
to make sure
exactly
that
what
the
he
quality is.
So making spec sheets, different kinds of
Right behind.
Oh, okay. This photo we told here with you, huh?
Oh yeah. placeholders on our website and things like that. Scott's back here once he builds one of the prototypes, he's taking pictures and making sure that people can see all the details of the seat on our website and things like that. So, well, thank you. We'll let you get back to you. All right.
Obviously, Glenn's not here. He's back here.
Yeah. Should we see the walkthrough? Yeah. All right. So, unfortunately, Glenn is on vacation. Well, fortunately for him, Glenn's on vacation. Unfortunate for us.
Okay.
But we'll take a peek through, his little space. And I think Pete's keeping busy back here, right?
Yeah, we're always busy.
All right. So we got Jody and Dave.
How's it
And you
going?
know who they are. We're just doing a little tour.
Finishing up at 1100.
So, what are we doing? You want to just, kind of give a little bit of what we got going on here?
We'll take fiberglass foam and Bondo. And
Yeah.
then
There we go.
Just leave that right there. It's fine.
fiberglass foam and Bondo, and we'll make a plug. Take a couple of weeks to make a plug and get it through. We use the graft on the wall and everything to make sure it's all, perpendicular, centimeter image. And then we cut, split it at 1/4 inch to make up for the shrinkage for the foam. And then we'll take that, put it on cardboard, chop it, and it gives us the bottom of the hole.
Nice.
And at the bottom of the hole, I'll take this, I clean the plug up, make sure it's all nice and clean. I have to sand it and sand it. Then I'll come back, chop the lid, inches, blocks, and we have a mold and we have a glory. Normally it don't chip, but it will. But if it chips, then you gotta go in and fix it after. But normally, one plug, one mold, couple $1 million.
All right. Well, thank you.
Usually a mold will last 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's the nice part about using these materials is they last. Yep.
But,
Such a cool process.
It's like a booster seat.
I know, right? Like when you go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
it's not true, then you gotta read it. If it comes up and it warps, they're gonna say, I want this in it. Read it.
Yeah, a lot of wood things.
No flaws. Try not to make those flaws.
Yeah.
Try to make it as nice and perfect as possible.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Takes time, but
Yeah.
It is a process.
it's the most secret way to do this.
Now, what do we do with holes here?
That's for the pulling the button down in. For the
Oh, okay.
thumbs.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll put locators on the hole
Yeah,
inside for the phone,
yeah.
and then that tells you where it's where your pin's
Yeah.
not to.
Yeah.
It makes it so anybody can build it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funky,
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm gonna steal this back from you. Thank you. All right. So now we'll go through here and now that we know this area, we'll kind of go through the process of, how the seats are made. Once the design factory is done. shape, so he's repairing them and keeping them on the up and up. Little detour, I guess.
Typical.
Right.
CP always gets detoured.
History in this place is just amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's such a cool building itself.
It's a little creepy sometimes when I'm here late at night.
I-
I'm not gonna lie.
I bet, and it's so
Like
big.
the noises, all of a sudden you're
Like the growing pains of the building, like
Yeah.
creaking and stuff. Yeah. When how old is this building?
oh my gosh. I want to say 18.
Oh, 1800. Wow. That so
I have to double
wow.
check. I'm sure
that's cool.
one of your
Right,
colleagues may
I'm
fact
just
check
gonna
me.
say
It's
somebody's
so
gonna be yeah. I mean, imagine the stories these floors could tell.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
How many people walked across them?
Well, this area was such a big manufacturing way back in the
Yeah.
day, so to say. But it was huge. There were so many industrial parks, like all over these, the 3 villages of Palmer. They
So
were
is that
everywhere.
what 3 Rivers is that? So
Yeah.
that one of the villages in
And then
Palm.
there's Bonsville and Thorndike. Yeah. So
Oh,
the
okay.
villages where the 3 rivers meet.
Yeah. Okay.
that kind of thing.
First autograph for today.
Ah.
We signed the poster.
Oh,
Right?
cool. Cool. I should have videoed that, I guess.
Wait till
yeah.
we bring him into Jay. Oh,
Thank
wait
you.
till we bring him into Jay.
Oh, okay.
What we're gonna do now is we're gonna start in fiberglass.
So this is the fiberglass area.
Getting close to there, yeah. We'll kind of stand in the edge of that room because obviously.
Yeah, fiberglass. You don't want to be breathing it in.
You don't want to be. You don't want to take it home with you.
Yeah.
Pulled some fiberglass slivers out of places and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Once we do have, a seat. So Alright, so once we have, it's the fiberglass and steel pan, the fiberglass pan will come in here, and then this is where this top roll.
So the fiberglass pans come in here, and then this is where they edit them, so to speak.
Ready. He's treating the mold right now. Once he's done with that, then he's going to spray the fiberglass on there.
That's the release agent they're putting on right now.
You got it, yep.
So release agent
That helps
that
protect
he's
the
spraying
mold.
on there.
And then once each fiberglass is that, it's going to come over to this area, and then they have others here that will immediately start rolling it out, and that's to make sure it's even, all the air bubbles are out, and that it will cure properly. Up with this finished. So this is like, step 1 in the making process. We've already done the design factor. Now this is, step 1 in the the making of the seat. And then these have to dry for a certain amount of time before they can move to the next step. And you can get a little peek on, once they're done rolling them, they'll put them up there to dry. And then, the process just continues throughout the day. And a lot of fiberglass pans, right now, Dennis, and correct me if I'm wrong, our ratio is still about 75-25.
Well, for pans,
Fiberglass metal. Yeah.
So 75% of the pans are fiberglass and 25% steel.
You got it.
Yeah. Will you eventually move that number more towards steel?
So we move what we can. There's a lot of the metal pan, like it won't support the backrest season.
Yeah. Is that more based on the motorcycle?
More based
Or
on
the
the
seat?
design, the size, and things like. So there's definitely
Sure.
It's funny. I've seen this a thousand times because I've been
Yeah.
back 1,000 times that I've done the tours, but I never get bored with it.
It is
weird.
cool to watch.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yay, there's sprays, but I just think it's such a cool, knowing what the final product looks like
Yeah.
coming from here, it's just so cool.
And there's a lot that goes into it.
People don't really,
Yeah.
I have to wait an X long for my seat. And
Well,
it's
this
like,
is why.
this is
Yeah.
it's a hand, when we say handmade, it's handmade.
How many people do you think have a hand on one seat? Like 20 and 25 people?
At minimum, 10 to 15.
Wow. So that's a lot. Say 15. You're
People
depending.
have their hand on one seat in the building process. I would say minimum 10.
Yeah, at least that's minimum.
Yeah. So let's say you're depending on 15 people to build one seat.
Yeah.
That's cool, and that's actually good for the worker too, because it makes their job have meaning. Like you need that job.
And
Yeah.
that's why when you see the pictures of people getting their seat at the rally, or people when they submit stuff online,
Yeah.
you guys aren't just coming in here building, like, you're helping someone enjoy what they love to do.
Right.
Like, we're emotionally attached to our customers in that sense, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
You're not comfortable, you don't ride.
Right. True.
You know that.
No, I really do. And I've been many times where I'm like, oh, my butt is killing me.
Yeah.
But, in my case, usually I have to keep going. But,
But if you can be comfortable,
Yeah.
you want to be comfortable.
yeah, I mean, on my touring bikes, I want to be comfortable,
For sure.
No
one says I'm going to go on a 600-mile ride and feel like my back's broken.
Yeah, I don't want to sit on a piece of wood.
Yeah.
DP must be fascinated by the fiberglass over there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get a little bit closer.
unfinished pan. And then now we're going to come over into our finished department of our fiberglass. So while these are kind of two separate departments, they go hand in hand.
Yep.
It's going to take that unfinished pan, and what's going to happen next?
So the unfinished pan, which we just saw, now comes over to here, to the finished department.
And it gets, it's going to get grinded down, so that way it's nice and smooth on the edges. Gets rid of that rough fiberglass.
Yep, so he's smoothing the fiberglass down.
And then we got over here where any bumpers and bracket things that need to be applied will get put on.
So he's applying all the brackets and stuff.
And this ties into what Scott was doing in our design.
Ah,
so
okay.
They see what they're doing.
Okay, so he's following that
Actually,
computer on his screen.
all the holes where the rivets are going to go, the bumpers, the brackets.
So that's putting the holes where the rivets and the brackets are going to go.
And now there's some bumpers and brackets that get put on in this area, and then there's some that don't happen until your final assembly, which is like our inspection.
Okay. So some get put on in this area, and then some get put on in the final area.
So you'll see, compared to what we just saw in there, now you're looking at, you're one step closer to
Yeah.
that finish. And it's very important that, I'm sure you know, these are on straight and in the right spot.
Right.
When the seat's designed, all those measurements are put into that. So put down in my pocket. I try to give a good overview. I don't go on to go too far.
I know.
But then I forget it's knowing your audience. And some people are super interested in
Yeah.
the deep dive details, and some people are just like, cool, they're grinding some pants. I should know that Dave would want to know.
Yeah. The specifics.
Yeah. There's the people that come in and they want to know it all. Want to go see metal? All right. So we'll start here. This is our metal now. As many of our brackets and pieces that we can make in-house, we do make in-house. So you can see, a lot of these brackets are all here. And they're made. Mary, hello. I brought friends.
Hi, Larry.
You know Jody. Carowitz.
I'm Jody Perowitz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Larry.
So we're just giving them a little tour. They're doing a little video, so I hope that's okay.
Okay.
And so I will gladly hand it over to you if that's okay for you to explain this area, because I know you know it way better than me. I can pretend I know. I mean, I know it enough. Like,
Yeah.
he's
VP's going to ask the technical questions over here for
He's
sure.
All right,
Come
maybe
on.
we'll start over here then.
Yeah.
Larry's gonna give you the goods.
metal shop. We not only make our own products, but we supply product to the fiberglass finish department, as well as final inspection, and as well as foam. So we're kind of a hub department. Everything you see in here is almost entirely Harley Davidson. All the metal is pretty much Harley except for a few odds and ends, but I would say 99%. What we do in here is we basically program a laser cutter, and I'll put in whatever patterns that may want to go on that cut, make a particular sheet, whether it be pans or parts. We'll cut that out. From that point, we'll come over here to this hydraulic press, and we'll press it out, and we get a form, which is basically called a blank. This particular one uses Solo for a Harley FL. So depending on what we put on there for wings, backrest, no backrest, will become whatever style that person wants to do. So once all those components are done, we head over here to the welding area. Currently, I just finished welding everything I have right now, so you're not going to see anything that's raw. I just finished it, so I gave it to Steve over here. So basically, I'll take the components and select them from the shelf to determine what it's going to be based on orders. I'll weld all those components up. Once they're cool enough to handle, they'll come over here. This gentleman will pick them up, and we'll use a degreaser to wipe all the oil off the steel. The steel has a lot of oil on it just because of the packaging. They'll clean all that up. We re-drill any holes that may get elongated due to the pressing, and then we spray it, and it goes through the powder coat process. So we'll fill up a rack. It's going to take about 20 minutes or so in the oven. It'll cook in there. It'll come out with a powder coat finish. You saw what it's doing over there. All the components that were over here by the press are basically components that we make solely for us. I said those are going to be used on metal pans only. What he's doing is spraying brackets. Like I said, we make all the brackets, whether it be for our pans or whether it be for fiberglass pans. If they're on our pans, obviously they're welded on, so they come through with the pan. So all these brackets you see here are either going to the fiberglass finish area or the finish department, depending on where they came from. Once it cooks for about 20 minutes, you're going to get this powder coat finish. Rust inhibitor. Basically, what you saw in finishing fiberglass in the chop when they spray the gel coat, all that is to mimic this. This actually is a corrosion resistance. In there, it's only cosmetic. It basically covers up the fiberglass, and then it just kind of matches uniformity. In some cases, you're going to order a seat. Maybe a driver has a steel pan by design, and the rear might be fiberglass. So the idea is to match that up as quickly as possible. Then we'll put on the same automotive edge trim that you saw in finish. We'll identify it and label it. From that point, it's going to go over here. We'll either go up to that rack over there, which is going up for future orders, or it'll go directly up front to the assembly department, depending on where they are in the process. And all this over here, this gentleman that you just saw here makes all these brackets, which is pretty impressive because he puts all these man-made brackets on the sides, in addition to helping me in the area.
Well, you've done this before, huh?
I used to run the place for about 8 years.
Did ya?
So all of it, yeah. So this is easy.
You gave a good speech.
Well, it used to be the whole tour, so you got the short version.
Yeah, right. Oh, good
All
job.
right.
Yeah.
Questions? Good?
Good.
So you MIG weld all this stuff yourself?
Yeah. Currently, I make the parts, weld the parts, finish the parts.
Boy, you got an important job.
So, yeah, it's called the rotisserie.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So next we'll take a peek into the foam department. Just caution when we go over there, it'll be really slowly, very quick when you watch it. Yeah. So, Jody, you had asked before, do we have a lot of products, right? So these
Yeah.
are all molds of our different seats, so that can kind of puts it a little bit
Yeah.
into perspective.
That's a lot of seats.
And you got to think, one mold can be used for, 3-4 different seats because you can have chrome studded,
Right.
diamonds,
Different stitches.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is our foam area, and as we all know, Mustang has a proprietary foam that only we use in house. What will happen here is each one of these molds has a number that correlates with what releases the foam into the foam mixture into the mold, and then that's done. They close it up, and I say let it bake, right? Because basically it's got to rise, so I think of it like a cake. And then once that's done, they open that up. They're going to pop out, what will be the raw foam, like this, so to say, and then it gets trimmed and everything like that. And these are driver background systems.
Yeah.
So
Those are what nobody wants to admit they need.
yes. I always say, you ate cube steak your whole life, you think it was the best steak, but then if I fed you filet and tried to give you cube steak again, you'd be like, no, that's a backrest.
Yeah.
But there's a release agent, and that's what makes the floor like super slick.
Yeah, it is slippery.
So that's our foam. And then we get into where now it's starting to come together, right? Because now we're getting into our sewing area. So these are our Gerber cutters. What this does is, it's really cool how this works. It basically takes a piece of the vinyl, and it does it puzzle-wise to utilize as much of the material as possible, but get the cut that it needs.
Right.
So it's really cool to minimize waste and things like that.
Yeah, so it will figure out the most it can get out of one piece.
Exactly.
That's pretty
right?
cool.
Yeah, instead of, because we all think we're great Tetris players.
Yeah,
but
not so much.
the computer's going to beat us at Tetris every time.
Yeah, I have a vinyl cutter, and I always am trying to maneuver to fit
like
the most.
Cricut that I
to
use.
not have waste
Yeah.
in the vinyl.
And I always feel like I waste just as much as
Yeah.
if I did it the other. But now, and so once these are cut, they're set up, and then, they're given in batches to our sewing team. And these ladies and gentlemen in here are obviously everybody is a key piece to our process. But it's so important because this is where the looks of your seat come. The guts
the
is
visual.
cool. Yeah, the guts are cool. That's what makes it. But now this is what you see on your bike, what you look at. And there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, this is just one section of a seat that, has to get, and then get placed together. So, and talk about, paper.
Yeah. Do you guys have a hard time getting seamstresses?
So I would say
because that seems like a dying art.
It's a niche, right?
Right.
So Dennis can pull somebody off the street and teach them how to build a seat, right? As long as you have the arm strength or spray fire. But you have to know how to sew.
Yeah, and I
it's
feel
very hard to teach somebody from the ground up how to sew.
Yeah.
Right? So it's something that when we have a good sewer, we want to retain them. We want to keep them.
Yeah.
Because they're not easy to find. Like, when my grandmother was a seamstress. Her grandmother was. I don't even know how to sew a button.
Me
right?
too. That's what I was just going to
it's
say.
so
I mean,
bad.
I will just give a shirt to Goodwill if I lose a button because I can't even sew a button.
Thanks. So, and obviously, some of these seats are a lot more complicated than others, so timing will take a lot longer. There's a sewing is just aesthetic. It's not actual sewn pieces. And these are. why it's okay. And then as it comes together, you have the and this is a machine to help alleviate some of the more tedious sewing from our stitchers. It kind of does some of the more complex patterns, and that's what Dan and Scott were talking about programming. So this will help with that. And in that magic room back there, we have our soon-to-be embroidery.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. As soon as Ken and I finish our night class on embroidery, we'll be
Count me
embroidering.
in. I'm in. Put me in, coach.
And then, so now, we've seen each department and, what's done. Well, as those pieces start to be completed, then, and obviously our builders have been extremely busy. But these are our expediting shelves. So you'll see as pieces get done, they're going to match them to these orders, and we'll get to somewhere where it hasn't been depleted down. But you'll see, you got pans, foam, and then skin. So once you have a set, now you know it's ready to go to a builder, right? So the process takes another step. And then so somebody working expedite will fill a cart for one of our builders, and then comes and brings the cart to someone like our dear friend Jimmy over here. Jimmy! I'm gonna cook you for a minute, Jimmy. I know, sorry. Look at me, I'm just rearranging your whole booth. Hi, I brought friends.
Hi, friends.
So we got Jody and Dave Fairwitz here. They're doing
Hi, Jimmy.
How we doing?
Yeah.
So, you want to, here, I'm going to give you this little microphone. Oh, yeah. I know. Gotta be careful with this one. Just give a little insight onto how you build a seat and what goes into it and how much you love it.
Let me start a question. So, say how to build a seat.
Yeah.
So for the seats, this one is a fiberglass pan. It's glued into the foam. Or squishing it. Like on this here,
Different density.
yeah. And on like the BMW seats we make, that's how do I explain it? It's more of an airy poly foam, so it gets more.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more dense, a little more comfort. And then once you get your skin on or covered, I call them skin covered. It's just a matter. Roll it nicely. You always want it even on all sides,
Yeah.
Because when the seats are on the bike and people look down on it, if you don't want one side of your skin to be pulled this way and this not,
Yeah. Right.
it'll look wonky. Go together rather easily, simply,
So is that leather? Are you putting the hole in the leather right now? Okay.
Way back when, we used to just put the rivets in the gun and push it through.
Yeah.
This is much easier.
Yeah.
Less of a chance to rip it,
Yeah. For sure.
and it makes the rivet slide right in. What I'm doing now, I call tacking. You just put a couple of rivets at each point.
Yeah.
When I do it, the seat will look built, but you only have 6 to 8 rivets in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Then you flip it over to,
Gotcha.
do any in the back yet, but
Yeah,
Kinda
you
see
can
what
see
I mean?
it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think you know what you're doing.
a little bit sometimes. And then I'll get a little imperfection like that.
Yeah.
Put it in the heat box. Let it sit in there for 10, 15 minutes. Maybe it comes right out.
Oh, no shit.
It's just vinyl.
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I always try to keep an even space. 3 holes. Well, this one was 2.
Yeah.
And I always try to do like every 3 to 5 holes attack. Same thing over here. All these wrinkles in the top. Heat also takes it out. The glass. Pull it over.
How hot is that box? Like how much heat? Like 500 degrees or
Oh
not?
God, no. Dude,
Like,
I'd say maybe 80, 90.
oh, that's
But
it.
it's like that all the time. It doesn't take that much heat. If I need a lot of heat,
Yeah.
I'll use my lamp there. But you
Yeah.
have to be careful with that. 'Cause
Yeah,
then you'll
melt
cook
it.
right through there.
Yeah.
Now, what are you spraying? You're spraying foam over here?
Nope. Up here, it's just our glue.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
that's
glue.
all glue.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
And that's what holds it all
Yeah.
together. You know, you
Yeah,
glue your pan into your foam.
Yeah.
Same deal with the back. Let's get these 3. Hold it evenly. A lot of it is eyesight, I guess.
Yeah, I would imagine like centering it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's all that? Right.
Huh.
Even all the way around.
Yeah.
I always try to leave a little space here for the bumpers to go on, you know.
Oh, yeah. How long you work here, Jim?
I am going on my 5th year. At the end of this year will be my 5th. Yep. I do love this job. I'm training for anything. It's nice to work in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I call this seat just tapped.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah, it does. Job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each day.
Yeah, same here.
Hey, Jim, we're gonna give you a sticker over here for your
Yes. I want this.
yeah. We'll put it here so that you can still fit
Yeah, you
other
can see my
stickers.
lineup.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Yeah, here, you stick it.
You can see my lineup of
Yeah.
different companies that bought stuff from, you know.
Yeah. You need a Perowitz one over there.
That's right.
Not sticking, Joe.
I know, I don't know why.
That thing's probably covered in glue anyway.
That's what I was just gonna say. Well,
You can give it a shot of glue if it falls off, right?
Yeah, you're right. I could do that.
here, I'll give you another
I was
one.
gonna say I could put one on my helmet.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you one of my stickers.
Nice.
All
Thank
right.
you very much, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jody, it's good to meet you.
Ditto. Thanks for showing us how the seats are
Of
made.
course. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
I think it's a mic back and so
No, you can keep the talks to give some good, yeah, some good commentary.
How are you doing? Thanks, bud. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris. I'm Jody.
Hey, Jody.
Nice to meet
Learn a
you.
lot about you.
Yeah,
Saying that you're fast. No problem. Thank you.
yeah, so they say.
You guys are gonna walk us over to the next one.
Okay.
Inspection.
Did we lose Melissa?
Yeah, she was going to get some water. I don't know where she is.
She abandoned us.
All right, he's camera shy.
You guys each do like your a specific seat, or you guys all do different.
Whatever the builder puts up, we'll take. Whether it's the Perowitz seat, whether it's a Codman seat, Indian, what have you.
Yeah.
It's really whatever comes up in the raffle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are all doing different seats at different
Pretty much,
times.
yeah, like this is a Triumph. You know, we got Harleys up there.
another Harley, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of wide spectrum.
It's probably good because it changes it up for you.
It does for the most part.
Yeah,
I mean, you get something different. You
so
know.
tedious of doing the same thing over and over.
Well, you see different designs, it kind of keeps you into it.
True.
Different stitch patterns, different colors. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we've got an orange stitch over there we don't see too often, so it's kind of cool seeing it.
Oh, really? What's the orange stitch for?
Just
Yeah.
custom order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually comes in black, but you see different colors. It kind of keeps it cool. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
gotta order one with a teal stitch.
There you go.
So if you see a teal stitch, it might be my seat coming through.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck. Take care, y'all. Yeah, take care.
Make sure that we have all the proper stickers and labels, that it goes down to shipping. From there, clean everything off, wipe it down, clean it up before it goes down the line. That's about it for the standard procedure of inspection.
Boy, that's a big seat.
Yeah.
That requires a big butt.
First off there.
Wow, that is a big
Yeah.
There, some shipping label down with it, and it goes out the door.
Do you guys sell many big seats like this?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess that.
Primarily.
This can be deceiving, right?
True, because you've seen it by itself.
Exactly. You put that on,
Yeah.
on the bike that it belongs on, and it's not as big as it looks.
Plus,
for sure.
the generation of bikers is getting a little older.
Right.
So,
soft tail seat.
Yep.
yeah, boy, I bet the wife loves this back seat. She's not gonna complain about that.
Happy life, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then it gets sent on down the line.
What? Do you guys normally work till like 3?
2:30.
2:30? Yeah, 'cause
6 to 2:30 is.
boy, in the summertime, they must be itching to get out of here.
Yeah.
2:30 must be
And
so
even,
hot.
Fiberglass will come in earlier.
Yeah,
Just because
but
of
it's
the heat.
cooler.
Yeah, fiberglass
Thanks.
will actually come in earlier to try to beat the heat because it gets
Yeah.
really. Yeah. So once they send that, inspected seat down the line, it's going to go to our shipping department where it'll then get boxed up and put on the shelf to land in someone's happy hands.
Now, what are these
Very cool.
back?
Those are the backs for our sissy bar pads and some of the driver backrest.
Why wood?
That's a good question. That's a Glenn question. For my assumption and conversations I've had with Glenn would be for, so that it maintains shape and longevity of the product. Instead of, so some are done in metal and some are done in wood. So it's going to depend on the style and what works best.
And we also do some in fiberglass as well.
Yeah. And you can see over here, he is building some driver backrest right now. Now that's a test right there because I'll tell you, he's making it look a lot easier than it is to pull that vinyl over that. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end.
Your hands.
Yeah, I'll bet.
All right, guys. So that was our tour of the Mustang factory. We're out here in Three Rivers, Massachusetts. So thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to Law Tigers for sponsoring Trapper History. Also, I want to remind you guys, don't forget our bike nights. We have one coming up July 19th at our shop in Perowitz and Halifax. I'm trying to find the flyer for you. There we go. So July 19th and August 16th. Those are our last two bike night. We only do 3 a summer. So make sure you guys mark that on your calendar and come on out to it July 19th, Wednesday. And we will be back next next week with another show to bring to you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Comments still on this post, even though we aren't live. But let us know what you think and give us your comments. And if you're in the market for a seat, go check out Mustang because they are an American factory here in Massachusetts. So, and the CP, we are actually, after we get off this, we're going to go and design some new seats. So stay tuned for new Parawood seats coming up. Happy 4th of July to everybody, too. Hope you guys had a good one. We will catch you next week. Thanks to Law Tigers.